Hey y'all, let's thrive in 2025. Today's video is just a chit chat about what my plans are crafting wise for the upcoming year. But first I want to take a moment and talk about what I did not accomplish. One of my goals was to count how many sheets of 12 by 12 paper I cut into, and I gave up on that. It was more of a headache for me than anything else, not to count what I was bringing in, because that was easy, but what I was using, that's where I kept faltering. I knew before I even started that I would be bringing in more paper than I would be using. So what would have been more interesting if I had counted the year prior what I was bringing in when I was doing the subscription kits versus this past year when I canceled my subscription kits. That would have been more interesting to me because, like I said, I bring in more paper than what I use, and it just became a hassle to count it because sometimes I would forget, and then I'd look at my layout and try to figure it out, and then I'm like, well, was this sheet double-sided? Did I use both sides of the paper? So I just kind of gave up on that, and yeah, and it didn't bother me. Didn't hurt my feelings to stop doing that. As far as shopping, I did not subscribe to any monthly kits. How did I feel about that? I felt pretty good about it up until a point when I was watching She's Crafty do the Nifty 50, where she was taking her scrap room kits and going through the leftovers and making layouts, and then whatever was left over, she would bring that forward into the next kit, see if she could use it. And just watching her do that really made me miss my scrap room subscription so much that I almost resubscribed to it. But all I got to do is look over to my left, and I have over the Michaels cubes. I have over a cube, maybe a cube and a half, full of scrap room kits that I love and I haven't used yet. So, I had to talk a little sense into myself, and I did. So, that was the only time I was just really about it. This right here, what you're seeing on screen, I just wanted to put something down here. I did buy a couple of Hip Kit pattern paper packs on their Cyber Monday sale because they have really good sales on their leftover product on Cyber Monday. And I think they do it one other time. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe they do it twice. But I used to subscribe to them. I have a lot of their kits, and with their kits you get a lot of embellishments, and I knew I had way more embellishments than paper, so I just picked up a couple of these pattern paper packs that they had during their Cyber Monday sale. So let's put on this pretty floral. I'm looking at my notes. I talked about that. Oh, okay. So my priority is to focus on what I have versus what I have not. Because I have a lot of things that I love that I haven't touched or played with or used, and I don't see any point in bringing a lot of more things that I'll love and not touch and use. because I'm running into, well, not running, I have organization issues, and I'm a slow scrapbooker, and I'm not using what I love at the rate that I want to use it. So I will still continue to not get a subscription kit because I want to focus on the things that I have. And there are a lot of temptations. I'm not saying that I won't buy anything, because I have bought items, but it has to be something that I really, really want and am excited when I see it, versus just like a monthly subscription, something coming in every month. What I did sign up for, because I did it last year and I'm enjoying it very much, is the Let's Create Together events by Scrapbook and Cards Today. So I am doing that. That was my birthday present. So I will be doing that, and that's 4 times during the year. So that's bringing new product in and something to be excited about. Because let me tell you about a couple of examples of why I need to focus on what I have versus what I don't have. Scrapbooking with some friends a while back. Someone had purchased the Scrap Room Christmas album that they do. They do like a Christmas album kit. And I had forgotten about it. I think they do it every year. And it was the one Christmas collection Simple Stories had that I thought, oh, that's really cute. And so she talked about it, and I seen some of the pages, and it's adorable. And I look around my room, and I'm like, I only have one Christmas album, like the 6x8 album. It's sitting on my shelf. Have I put any photos in it yet? No. Is it the album done? Yes. It's just printing and putting in photos. And I thought, well, I only have one album, so I can do another one. Put it in my cart, went to pay for it. They do not take PayPal, so I said, oh, I'll pay for it later, because my craft room is upstairs and my purse was downstairs. Well, then a little while later, and I don't know how a little while later, I can't remember, I said, it just didn't sit right. Why do I only have one Christmas album? Well, I don't only have one Christmas album. I have a old kit with Simple Stories papers, an album that I bought at one of the Stamp and Scrapbook Expos, probably back when it was just the Scrapbook Expo. And I also bought from the Button Farm Club, because the other album's not in this room, it's in the room across the hallway. But I also bought this from the Button Farm Club, and it is an album by, I can't think of her last name, it starts with an M, Marianne, at the Button Farm Club, using Vicki Boutin's Warm Wishes. Now Warm Wishes came out in 2021. I have the album, and I have the instructions, and this is all the goodies that came with it that I haven't put together. But I was so excited when I saw that album, and it was on sale because it was Black Friday, that all logic went out the window, and it's like, oh, I want it. It's cute. But thankfully, I mean, if they had PayPal and I had bought it, I would have been just as fine and happy with it. But I'm just like, you know what? Slow your roll a little bit. Think about it and look at what you have that you haven't completed versus the things that you want. Another example is with that same group of friends. Someone was using, let me just change the photo, the paper. Someone was using a very cute Doodlebug collection, a fall collection. And it had the oranges and browns and greens and blues and yellows. And it was so cute. And I was like, oh my goodness, I need to look, see if I can find some of that. Because that is absolutely adorable. Because, you know, you see somebody using something and having fun with it. And it's like, oh, I want to do that too. I want to play with that product also. Especially when it's a friend that has it. And you like, oh, well, you know, I want to join in on that fun. Well, I went to my fall collection. This was during the Mood Board Magic. And guess what I found? I found some Doodlebug papers. This is from 2020 Pumpkin Spice. That is the exact same color scheme. And I had it in my fall papers. Totally forgot about it. It's the exact same colors. And I already had something like that. And I remember when I bought this. I bought this when I went to Atlanta and met up with Scylla at Scylla Choice Bits of Bliss for the first time. We met at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, and there was they're closed now. They just do events. It was called EMI Scrapbooking, EMI Scrapbooks, and she had a small store in a shopping plaza about 20-30 minutes away from where the expo was at, and we rode over there, and I bought this paper there. I remember exactly when I bought this paper. Totally forgot I had it. And this is what I'm talking about, how I need to focus on what I have versus what I don't have. And one last example is on a previous video, I had pre-ordered the Simple Stories, the vintage, I can't remember, the Christmas line. I can't remember the name of it. The vintage, not Christmas, winter, vintage fresh snow, I think it's called, and the front porch, because I thought it was adorable. And I had just shared the product that I got. And if you, a little side note, if you watch that video, I had gotten the Essentials Collection kits for both of those. And the one of the ephemera packs in Front Porch was the wrong collection. I forget the name of it. For the Record, it was, or something like that. And I did contact Simple Stories, and they did correct it, and they sent me the correct ephemera pack. They reached right out to me right away, said they would get it in the mail to me, and they did. So, just wanted to let y'all know that. But, I love that collection. And just made a video showing it. And then Simple Stories came out with their email about their classes that they're doing. I can't think of what they call it. Jana Eubank teaches it, where you do like a mini album and layouts and maybe some cards. And she really uses up the product that you get with any of her classes. You really don't have a lot of product left over. So I love that about her classes. Well, I saw the one she's doing, the first one she's doing for the spring is Simple Stories Front Porch. And I'm like, oh, my immediate thought is, I got to order that. I got to do it. I got to get it. I want to do that class. Knowing darn good and well that I haven't done the linen market class that I absolutely fell in love with. And not even thinking that I had already purchased and have in my space that Front Porch collection. And so I sent a text to my friends saying, oh, it's announced the Simple Stories classes, and the first one is Front Porch. And Scylla, made a comment like, oh, I'd like to do that, but I already pre-ordered Front Porch. And I'm thinking, well, geez, Teresa, so did you. Do you really need to do that class? No, I don't need to do that class. But my first initial instinct was, oh, I want to do it. I want to get it. Because I want to, we all want to join in on the fun. So I just need to slow my roll in that aspect and just not be so quick to react, but to stop and think about it. And when I stop and think about it, then, common sense kicks in. The excitement subsides a little bit and common sense kicks in. So for 2025, I'm going to continue to work with the stuff that I have, do the Let's Create Together. There will be a Crop and Create delivered. I believe it's in the summer. I'm planning on signing up for that. I love those classes. Have I finished all the stuff from the classes? No, I haven't. But I love those classes, and I want to continue to do that. And they're doing, I guess, one event in the summer. And there are 2 other events that I'm going to attend next year. And you know what? That is more than plenty for me to be bringing stuff in my space, new stuff. If there's something that I see that I'm really excited about, I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to buy anything, but I'm really want to focus on what I have and doing those things. I'll be going to the the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in the summer, and that's normally when I do a big buy because they have really good deals, and I don't have to have it as soon as it comes out. It gives me time to think, because maybe if I wait, it's not as important as it was when it first came out, because the other stuff comes out. Stuff comes out all the time. I mean, it's kind of crazy how much new stuff comes out every month compared to what it used to be like, 10, 15 years ago. It wasn't like that. So that's more than plenty for me to do in the upcoming year. It's probably I'll still be bringing in more than what I'll be using, but it will be, more contained. So that is it. That is all I have to talk about for 2025. If you post or create content talking about your 2025 plans, I love to hear what other people are planning to do and what their goals are for the upcoming year. Post a link to it in the comments, or tell me what your plans are for 2025, or do you not have any plans, or you just kind of go with the flow. So thanks for watching. Happy New Year. This will probably be my last video for 2024, and we'll see you in 2025, and let's thrive. See you next time. Bye.